Hi guys, I'm Jen.
And I'm Lindsay.
And today we're going to be telling you the truth about being on a TV show.
We're spilling the tea.
It's what I do. So guys, I was recently featured on a TV show called The Employables on A&E, episode 7. As much as you see on the actual show, there is a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
A lot.
So we thought we would delve into that a little bit today.
How exactly did they find you for the show?
Well, you know, I have my YouTube channel, we're watching it. And it was small at the time, like a lot smaller than it is now, around like 3,000 subscribers. And I got an email from a producer asking me if I would like to participate in this new show they were doing. Of course, right away, I was totally skeptical. Like, this is a scam, they're gonna kidnap me or something. Like, all my bells and whistles go off. Yeah. I read it, and I read it a couple of times, and then I actually looked up the show he referred to because they said it was a new take on the show called Employable Me. So I said, well, maybe this is legit, and I sent the email off to my brother because he's like my lawyer. He reads everything for me, and he was like, yeah, dude, I think this might be something that is actually, a show they're gonna do. So I wrote back the guy and I asked for more information, of course, and said that we'd be interested in talking, and that's how I got on the show. So then began the back and forth. Like, they want to talk to you on Skype. He asked me tons of questions about myself and just everything I do, and they really want to get a sense of you, who you are, and they also want to make sure you're legit too. They don't want to, because how many times you heard, someone goes on the talent show and it's like, oh, this happened to me and this happened to me, and find out, it never happened. Mm-hmm. Everyone from their childhood's like, he's fine, Yeah. So
it's not true.
It's not true. So they want to know more about you and make sure that everything about your story is legit. I got really good at doing Skype interviews. And
yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I kind of felt cool, you guys, because I would tell people, at that time I have a conference call. I can't make it. And then finally they found, when they officially picked me, you sign contracts and things like that. They said they would contact us when they were ready to start filming, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was a wrench in the plan. You guys know I don't live in my own house. I live on the grounds of a facility, and the facility did not really want them filming or me filming. So there was a lot of back and forth about that, and my brother had to really, because he didn't want me to lose this opportunity just because of where I live. So he did a lot of work with them, and finally a compromise was reached and we were able to move forward. But I almost lost my place on the show because it was time. I was supposed to film in May, and it took so long with the back and forth that I didn't end up start filming till end of July. And I was so scared. They were really patient, though. I'm really happy with the show. They were really patient and working hard to make it work out for everybody. So then we began filming. Now, Lindsay here was on the show with me. Because I always have a staff with me, so she was my staff to be with me during the show. And it was so weird. Remember when we first started filming and they were like, okay, you guys just go about your business and make some coffee. So we were making coffee.
Yeah, standing there.
It was so awkward.
And then they're pretend like we're not here. Don't look at the camera. Just be normal.
Yeah, while you've got these huge cameras and all these people looking at you.
I remember thinking there were parameters to what you could talk about. You couldn't talk about any other shows. Or any brand names or anything like that.
I couldn't say YouTube. I had to say online video and stuff like that, which is understandable, but it's weird. You have to get used to it. And if there's a can showing, you have to turn it around or put out the frame and stuff. So we had to get used to that.
Yeah, it was a bit of an adjustment.
Yeah, it was so awkward at first because they're I know I do YouTube and I vlog, so you think, oh, she's used to just filming her life, but it's different because I think it's more natural when I'm vlogging.
Yeah.
Because I'm and they give you something they want you to particularly do at that moment. It's real, what you're doing is real. They don't tell you what to say. They didn't tell us what to say.
No.
But they did say okay, can you guys make coffee now? And then now we're gonna look for a job and stuff. So it was a little more they directed in a way. So it made it kind of awkward at first because it was, you knew you were doing that for the purpose that you were filming. When my vlog, it's just whatever I'm doing, I film it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I think it took a little while for like the true personalities.
Yeah, to let myself free.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And plus, you're nervous anyway with these big cameras,
yeah,
you know?
Not this little vlogging cameras,
Yeah, no.
these big legit cameras. They have like one guy just for sound and and the directors, and then they have personal assistants. That was cool.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, Jilly, if you're watching this, my friend Jill, she was our personal assistant, and it was really cool because like they ask you what snacks you want, like in the house, so they'll bring them. So they brought me like my favorite popsicles, my favorite coffee. Like at first I didn't like want to ask for anything, but towards the end I was like, I'll have a steak, and then and then I want a slushie from Sonic's, but I want the steak from this restaurant.
Yeah, she did it.
I was a total diva at the end.
But hey,
not gonna lie.
one time to be a diva, like come on.
And it wasn't like I made them pick out all the green M&Ms or something like.
No, like
I
I've heard of some people that do that, some celebrities.
Yeah. So, but I can see how it can go to your head eventually.
Yeah.
Like if you're treated like that on a daily for your life, I can see how that can get out of control because it is convenient and nice.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, that was one of the perks of filming this show, I gotta say.
Okay, so after we filmed here, then you went up to Massachusetts, right?
Yes, they sent me home because I normally go home 4 times a year to visit my family, and you know they want your family to be in it as well because I'm living in Florida. So we went home and filmed, and that was a whole nother thing. My poor mom. Oh my goodness.
She is the best.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's great.
She's awesome. And like she was so cute because she's trying to, like, when they're asking questions, like she'll just start talking to the camera guy or like somebody over there. Like she was just so cute. She'd be like, oh, and such and such happened. And then she'll look at the camera and they had to keep, like, it was adorable. And she did so good though, because like, you know, she was nervous about being on camera. So I'm really glad, Mom, that you agreed to be part of it and stuff like that. That was really cool of you. But guys, I was so scared because they interviewed my mom and my brother. And you know, your family knows every personal detail about you. And I was like, what are they gonna say? Oh my goodness, they know every embarrassing story, like everything. So I was really scared about, because I was in the other room when they were talking to them sometimes, and I was like, oh, I wonder what they're saying. But I don't know what they did end up saying, all of it, because they filmed so much. But what ended up in the show was like fine with me. So I was like, whew, crisis averted. Right. And after we filmed with my family, we drove down to Connecticut and filmed at Yale University. That's when I met with the doctor, James. He said, well, he goes by Jamie, and he was a cool dude. He had a little ponytail. And he bought me a Yale shirt, and we got to film, and I got to play on a Steinway in this beautiful music school, the piano, and that was on the show as well. That made it on the show. That was probably my favorite part. One of my favorite parts of filming was playing on that piano and just getting to play my music and share. It was like I didn't even notice the cameras when I was playing. It was just, I
loved it because what you were saying on the show too is like you got to play from your heart.
Oh,
like, when they were filming you playing it and the beautiful sound that was coming out, like you could tell she was playing from her heart. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, it is beautiful.
Yeah, that was I think that was the cool part. When they did my promo, they put that part. I was like, I don't remember saying that profound stuff, but yes, I did. And they film a lot. Like, they film weeks worth of stuff. So, also, you don't know what's going to end up being in the story because they have to put the story together. So, all this filming, you like forget everything you said and did. So that kind of makes it scary when the show comes out because you don't know how the story was crafted together. Because when you make a video, it could be a YouTube video, a movie, a television show. It has to follow a story structure. I've been learning about this. And you know, you need your characters, you need your backstory. Then you need your conflict. Like these characters need to have some conflict that they need to resolve or something to end, and then how the characters change at the end. I learned that about story structure. So I know in my mind that they got to find some conflict in my story because then, you know, you want to see how this person's changed. So I was like, oh my goodness. So the show came out. I had a watch party with my friends from church. Lindsay watched from her house, and my family up north had a watch party. So I was nervous. I kind of wanted to watch it myself, but I also wanted to watch it with friends. And when they offered to have a party, I was like, okay. And I'm really glad I did. It was fun. And then we watched the show. Well, I'm gonna ask you, how did you feel seeing yourself on TV?
Honestly, seeing myself on video, it was weird because when they zoom in on your face, they always caught me doing the worst faces. And I mean, like, part of it, I look scared. Part of it, I look mad. And I'm
yeah, you did that. You did that.
Yeah.
They, like, zoom and freeze on it.
Yes. So I was like, wow. Wow, that's great. But what can you do? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's done. And for me, it was like, I felt like they always had me like stressing out. I really did stress out at some points because I was nervous about things. But it was like they like zoomed in on it and kind of like lingered on it when I was like, oh, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I can't do this. Like that parts were all those parts made it in the show. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the filming, it wasn't always like that.
Yeah, like there was times I was laughing my head off and joking around.
Yeah.
But for the story, I think they were telling the parts about when I was getting the jobs, and I was honestly like nervous and stressed, especially when I had to go give that resume. I don't know why, it just froze up. Like I did not want to do it, honestly, and they captured that, and that was it.
That was your first time,
ever really
passing out a resume, so I can understand how you were nervous.
Yeah,
I remember you saying like, "What if they're mean and stuff?" And it's like, it's always worse than you think it's gonna be.
Definitely.
It's never. And all the places she applied to, they were super nice.
Yeah, and it was funny because they did Meredith wrong. The girl in the cafe, she was like, okay, and they did it twice. When I gave her the interview, she was like, when I gave her the resume, she was like, okay, and then again when I was done, I feel like it was the same clip again. She was like, okay, and I mean it was so funny because everyone that knew her like from church and stuff, they're like, we can't wait to go tomorrow and tell her, okay. So that's like what she's known for now. It's so funny. Yeah. But they capture like little things off of everybody and it kind of makes it in there. But you just have to kind of go with it. But honestly, I want to say, guys, that experience with A&E and the production company was really good. They treated me so well and with respect. They like made sure I had quiet places to take breaks. I could take a break anytime I want. They didn't pressure me. I feel like the final story was very fair and it depicted me like me. Even though there was a lot of me stressing out, it was really me, and they really respected my story. They didn't try to twist it or flip it or take my words out of context. None of that. And so I really give them a lot of credit because I hear a lot of stories and people go on shows. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I see how some people come out like looking, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I would die if I was on TV like that.
You were worried that was going to happen.
Yeah,
to you,
I mean, we were honestly worried because you never know, but we had a pretty good feeling going in. And my brother asked them a lot of questions. We watched the other show, the old format and stuff, and so we were pretty sure that it was going to turn out okay, but you still have to keep your fingers crossed, and it did.
Yeah, it turned out really good.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great experience, and I totally do it again as long as it was like a similar, respectful situation. Yeah. Like it's something I'd love to do again. So
yeah, you should.
And I'll have Lindsay as my
your little sidekick.
My sidekick.
Yeah.
Speaking of, my Amtrak videos are coming up, guys, and just working with the company right now to find out when we're gonna post them. So I thought we'd do this video in between because it's been like a week. Yeah. Lindsay's in that too.
Oh yes. Amtrak video too. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Our trip was awesome. She's had a lot of really cool opportunities and experiences.
Because of YouTube, pretty much.
Because of YouTube. Yeah. All her followers and stuff.
I want to thank you guys for following me and supporting me. All your kind comments. I read all of them. I try to answer all of them best I can. And I just want to tell you thank you so much. This is Rebranding Autism. Watch the next video. It'll be worth it. I almost promise. Okay.